This is your ultimate stop for everything sports. The Golden State Media Concepts Sports Podcast. Should I say more? From the NFL, MLB, the NBA to MMA, it's all in here. The Golden State Media Concepts Sports Podcast. Listen now.
Thank you for listening to the Golden State Media Concepts Sports Podcast, where we discuss the latest and greatest news in the world of sports. I am Ben.
I'm Alex. Hey.
Hey there.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing just about as well as you are. This AC in here feels lovely. We had an AC installed over the last holiday weekend, and I absolutely love it. I can't wait for it to be 100 and for it to be like 73 in here.
Yeah.
I think ideal temperature is probably like 75.
In here?
Just in general. 75, it's like I could wear a t-shirt or I could throw on like a hoodie if I want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool in here. It's not too hot outside today, though.
No, the weather's great out here in Sacramento. We're like 80s all week.
I'm waiting for a real hot day, and then we'll see.
And then we'll come in. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Then we'll see what this baby's worth.
We'll see what it's got. We'll see its full power.
Yep, we'll see what it's capable of, man. If it's good, maybe we'll get a nickname.
Something with the AC? Like a nickname for the AC? We'll have to name it. Like Aaron the AC or something. I don't know.
Oh, that's a bad one.
I feel like that's pretty catchy. Aaron the AC.
That's bad.
Like air.
Oh,
Aaron.
It's getting better.
You see? I thought you picked up on that, no?
No, I thought you just tried to name it Aaron. I was like, oh, it's an okay name.
Okay, well, anyways, enough about our AC and its name we're going to figure out. What do we have for our viewers on this episode of the Sports Podcast?
Well, we're talking Wimbledon. We're talking some Wimbledon, and being that it is July 5th, we will be talking about competitive eating.
Yeah, really the biggest competitive eating event?
Yeah, I guess you could call it an event.
It happens every year on July 4th, the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest. So we will be breaking that down, really just competitive eating as a whole. I find it really fascinating when you really put it into perspective and think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to talk first about some Wimbledon news, the Wimbledon Championship currently going on in the UK right now. We have our semifinal matchups set in the women's brackets, and the men's were still in the quarterfinals. So what do you got, Alex? What have you been looking at with Wimbledon here? Some big storylines.
Yeah, so we talked about Venus Williams. She's actually playing pretty well right now. She just won. She beat this is gonna be a hard one. Yaroslava Shvedova.
That wasn't that hard, I don't think.
It's the Eastern European in me.
I should have known.
She's from Russia. She did beat her in straight sets, and she is now currently up to single digits in her rankings. She's up to number 8 in the world. Her sister, Serena Williams, just beat Anastasia. This is going to be a hard one.
This one's a tongue twister.
Pavlyuchenkova.
Another Russian.
Yeah, Pavlyuchenkova. Yeah, Serena Williams beat her in straight sets as well. And then, like I mentioned in our last episode, our German wonderkin Angelique Kerber, number 4 in the world, beat number 5 Simona Halep in straight sets as well to advance to the semifinals. So like you said, we do have our semifinals getting set. I do have to look to find the matchups. Do you have them currently?
Yes, I do.
All right, lay it on me.
So you mentioned Venus Williams. It's her first semifinal in Wimbledon since 2009.
Mm-hmm.
I find it cool that both her and Serena are still left, and they are actually on opposite sides of the bracket. So we could have a Wimbledon sisters finale again.
Mm-hmm.
So Venus Williams is going to play the aforementioned Angelique Kerber. So that's going to be a tough matchup for her. And then Serena Williams is going up against Elena Vesnina, who's actually unranked. She's having a great tournament. She just upset Dominika.
You're going for it.
Dominika Cibulkova, which we mentioned in our last episode. She was getting ready to have her wedding this weekend, which she is not going to have to postpone it now, but she was going to have to postpone her wedding because she's still around in Wimbledon.
Mm-hmm.
But now she will not have to after she lost her last match. So,
and don't forget that currently, as a matter of fact, the Williams sisters are also playing their doubles, which they do every tournament when they're both healthy. They're currently in their first set at the moment. So another thing for them. I hit my mic. I apologize there. Another thing for them to get away with. They used to win those like nothing.
Do you think them playing really double the amount of games as some of these other ones, do you think that's a benefit to them or a disadvantage? Because you could really swing it both ways. You have them playing more games, so they're staying fit, they're staying ready, in good shape. You're not really taking time off in between. But then you could have it as they're playing twice as much, so they have not as much rest in between their singles games, which is obviously more important. So what do you think? This is a benefit or a disadvantage?
I think it depends on the player, honestly, and how they do with fatigue and so on and so forth. Really, how they go about it.
And the Williams sisters are always in tip-top shape.
Well, Venus had that issue, the blood issue, which leads to her being fatigued more often. So it's something. I think that's what it is. Excuse me if I'm wrong on what exactly it is, but that could be something that could harbor her as well. So
yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But
we have the men's quarterfinal set. They actually start tomorrow. We have world number 2 and home nation player Andy Murray playing number 12 Joe from France, Joe Wilfried Tsonga. They're playing tomorrow in a quarterfinal match, as well as number 10 in the world Thomas Berdych and Frenchman number 32 overall Lucas Pouilly. We have Roger Federer with his return to Wimbledon playing number 9 ranked Marin Cilic. And that starts tomorrow, early tomorrow, as well as a match at the same time on court 1, as opposed to Federer's on center court. You have American Sam Querrey, who's 28th overall in the world, against Canadian Milo. That's a weird name. Ronic.
Canadian.
Ronic, yeah, Canadian, as well, playing tomorrow on court 1. So those two both go. Those games start early, and then you can imagine they'll still be determined on Murray's and Lucas Pouillet's game, but you can imagine they'll probably do the same thing, center court and court 1 they'll be at the same time. So it'll be interesting to see which way that goes. We have some notable names in the men's bracket that did in advance, I believe.
Yeah, Sam Querrey, as you mentioned, actually upset Novak Djokovic in the third round, the American Sam Querrey, I should say. So that's great for us here in America. He's the only American left in the men's side of the tournament. And obviously the upset of the tournament in Novak Djokovic in the third round, Novak Djokovic, heavy favorite to win the whole thing. So
the world number 1. And also a fun little thing to mention is John Isner. Many people remember Isner for the marathon match. Longest tennis match ever played.
Well, he's doing it again this year. You see what he did against Tsonga?
Yeah, he had a 5-set match that went quite a while. The 5th set going as far as 17-19 in favor of Tsonga. So, again, that guy just can't play a short game, man. He just can't do it.
Yeah, 5 sets you mentioned, and 2 of the 5 sets went to tiebreakers.
Oh, yeah.
And then the 5th set going 19-17. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he, like you said, he just doesn't think he can't play short games. He has to just drag it on forever. I don't know, but yeah, going on really long for John Isner there. He seems like he's always in marathon games, and at Wimbledon as well. Like, it's so ironic.
Wimbledon would be the place I would want to play. I feel like.
Do you think that's like the head of the Grand Slam tournament? Like, you look at golf, you'd say probably the Masters is the one. If you could win only one, you'd want to win the Masters. For you, would it be Wimbledon with tennis?
Yeah, I also just think it'd be really fun to play. You get to play
just on the grass
and stuff. You slide around.
Interesting. They've had so much rain here, unfortunately. In the UK, it rains there all the time. But in the summertime, you don't really see it as much. But then it seems like every time you look, they're in a rain delay, but yet they're watering the courts. I think it's funny how you are watering the court when it's getting rained on.
Well, sometimes they cover the courts depending on which court they're on, and
right,
they'll water some of it because you don't want to drown it. You don't want to flood it. So it's interesting to look at. So we said we have a quarterfinal set for women's and men's.
Predictions here. What do you got?
I have Serena moving on, and I have Venus moving on.
You think she beats Kerber?
Venus is going to be hard. Kerber's been my girl in this, so she's been my workhorse. So it's going to be interesting to see. But Venus has been having a weirdly good tournament.
I'd say surprising, yeah.
It's going to be an interesting matchup. I might pick Kerber just because she's been dominant. But it's going to be interesting to see. And then for the men, I'm going to say that I believe Murray moves on. I believe he beats Tsonga. I want to say Federer is probably going to beat Cilic. And then I'm going to say Query moves on to face
Wow, another upset.
Puyer.
I think this is Federer's tournament to lose. He
He's
might be
playing some good
behind.
tennis.
Might be behind ranking wise as Andy Murray, but Federer's dominated Wimbledon in his prime. He was the Wimbledon king. I think it's Federer's to lose.
Okay.
I think he wins it all.
Oh man, all right.
I'll take him.
Yeah,
I'll take Federer to win Wimbledon now with Djokovic out.
Okay, good to know, man. Well, and of course, on our next show on Thursday, we will have a little bit more of a established semifinal semifinals set up. So we're gonna take a quick break here at the Golden State Media Concepts Sports Podcast, and Ben and I will be back with some competitive eating talks. Don't go anywhere.
Nom nom nom.
Tired of searching the vast jungle of podcasts? Now listen close and hear this out. There's a podcast network that covers just about everything that you've been searching. Hey! The Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network is here. Nothing less than a podcast bliss with endless hours of podcast coverage. From news, sports, music, fashion, cooking, entertainment, fantasy, football, and so much more. So stop lurking around and go straight out to the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Guaranteed to fill that podcast itch. Whatever it may be, visit us at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and download us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play.
And we are back here at the Golden State Media Content Sports Podcast with the Six Shooters. All right, so
Gotta have those.
you got to have those. Yesterday was July 4th, Independence Day here in the United States, and as always, as frequently as America celebrates this holiday, they also celebrate competitive eating and the Nathan's hot dog eating competition. So, if you want to go ahead and give us a little bit of news about that, who won this year and what did they do to win? What's the number they hit this year?
Okay, so Joey Chestnut, he has really been the king here. He won 8 straight between 2007 and 2014.
Yeah, he's an impressive eater.
Before he actually lost last year to Matt Stoney.
Mm-hmm.
So then Chestnut coming back here, he's got a new beard, which I hadn't seen before. So he looked really, focused. It was really a 2-horse race between him and Stoney, and we had
hilarious.
A world record in 10 minutes. Joey Chestnut wins, so he reclaims his yellow mustard Nathan's belt.
Mm-hmm.
Great belt if you look at it. But so he regains his title. He wins $10,000, which is great. He eats 70 hot dogs in 10 minutes.
Now, what was the runner-up?
It was Stoney at 53, so he won it in a landslide.
He didn't even need to do that to himself.
He wins by 17 dogs, so he wins by a landslide, but he eats 70 hot dogs in 10 minutes.
I told you before the show started, I don't even think I can eat 70 hot dogs in 10 days.
I'm a big hot dog guy. I love hot dogs.
Yeah, uh-huh.
I actually had one last night for dinner, but I don't think I could do more than like 2. If I try more than 2 dogs, I'm not doing too well. I'm not feeling too well. I could only imagine 70, and I probably don't even eat 70 hot dogs in a year.
Yeah, I would say
he's
probably
doing
not.
it in 10 minutes.
No thanks.
Some people might think this is gross, like the whole competitive eating scene. I find it fascinating to just what these people can do. And if you look at these guys, like you would think they'd be like big, huge, like guys who like bigger guys. These guys are just like average looking, slender men. They don't even look like they're.
You don't see big guys.
They don't even look like they're like the guys you would reasonably see downing 70 hot dogs in 10 minutes. They're just like average looking guys.
Yeah, they're as small as you and I are.
I know, and like to think about like the training regimen you go in to do this stuff, like there's actually like there's a process for it. Like you want to eat like a big meal the night before because you have like your stomach expanding and like the jaw exercises and like what drink you want to do to have it go down easier. And oh man,
so weird.
I can just imagine like these guys must have to throw up like
all
of this after they're done. But,
oh God, I don't want to think about that.
so if you were to say do an eating contest,
okay,
What would you two-part question. What would you want to do it in? What do you think you'd be good at?
So this was a hard choice for me to make because there's things I could eat fast because I enjoy them, but I'm like, but do I want to ruin it for me? Like,
but in this case, the object is to eat it fast.
I'm saying, but do I want to ruin it for me because I'm going to vomit it out later? You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, I'm a huge apple pie fan. Apple pie, more than often or not, is my favorite pie. Banana cream pie sneaks in there every once in a while. You know, we talked about that a couple weeks ago when we had some pie in here.
Yeah, we had a chocolate pie and a lemon cream pie that were phenomenal.
Key lime pie.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Key lime. It was phenomenal.
It was unique. I'm not a huge key lime guy. But banana cream pie might be lighter, so I can maybe go for that. But honestly, I'm going to pick banana cream pie because it is a lighter pie than
So as the one
pie.
You'd want to do?
Yes, because I think I could do it well because it is such a light.
What do you think you'd be good at?
What do I think I'd be good at eating?
If you were to say, like, because all these guys have, like, I don't have them in front of me, but they all have, like, their specialties that they are really, really good at. Like, some of these guys might finish in the average of the hot dog contest, but they're, like, the champion of, like chili or, like, something else. Yeah. So
they have their little
they all have, like, their specialty.
Well, see, that's tricky because there's a lot of things I feel like I could eat a lot of, but it's so unhealthy for me. Like, I could eat a lot of Starburst, I bet. I could eat a lot of French fries, I bet.
Okay.
You know, I could eat 70 French fries.
Okay, that's like nothing.
I know. I don't know. That's a hard question. What about you? What would you want to, and what do you think you would do well at?
Okay, I've actually given some thought to this. So I'm kind of going to answer both of them with this first one, but I'll throw another one out there. The one I would love to do, and I think I'd be good at it too because I enjoy it so much. It's like a liquidy food. Is chocolate pudding.
Okay.
I absolutely love chocolate pudding. I feel like I could be good at that, just, you know, one after another spoonfuls of chocolate pudding. So I would love to do that. And another one I think I'd be good at, oh man, I don't know. It'd have to be something that was easy on your stomach, because I'm not a big guy. I'm a pretty small guy.
You're thin.
I'm all meat and bone, so I can't really, I couldn't really do like a thing like a hot dog, something that like bread that like loads up on you, because I would just, my stomach just couldn't handle it. So it'd have to be something that sits easy with me. Oh man, I don't know. I would maybe like an ice cream or something.
Ice cream?
Yeah, because you can kind of break that down into like a liquid, you know, with it melting and everything. So I don't know, maybe like a ice cream, vanilla ice cream or something.
Vanilla ice cream.
I don't know. I love ice cream too. So
now, what's the time limit that they give? 10 minutes?
For this one, it was 10 minutes. For every contest, it's something different.
How many?
Like I know that I think it was Matt Stoney, the guy who finished second here. It might be him. I'm not sure, but I know that because I was reading about some of this, and one guy did like 200 peeps, like the Easter marshmallow peeps. He did 200 peeps in 5 minutes.
No.
Yeah, I hate those, but like still, that's
impressive. How many chocolate pudding cups do you think you could have in 10 minutes?
Oh man, those cups are pretty small. Chocolate pudding cups in 10 minutes?
And let's say it's a snack pack.
So a snack pack in 10 minutes?
So you can just crack, eat, get the other one, get the two out, crack, eat.
If they're already opened, I don't have to open them? I can just go down the line?
Contest, so I assume somebody would open for it.
So I can just go down the line?
I'll open them for you, Ben.
Oh man, I would at least 20.
At least 20?
That'd be 2 a minute.
Spoon, fingers, or nothing, or just your mouth? What would you use?
I have to do a spoon because you have to get it all out. With your mouth, you couldn't. You know, you can't go all the way down in there.
It's true. Your finger, you could.
I wouldn't want to. No, you can't get as much on a spoon as you could on a spoon.
That's true.
I could say at least 20. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't given it.
I feel like I'm much lower than that if I'm doing banana cream pie. I could probably get.
Those snack packs are pretty small.
I'm saying,
how many full pies?
Maybe 4.
In 10 minutes?
Maybe 5.
Wow.
And I'm really giving myself the benefit of the doubt.
It's a pie every 2 minutes. Okay.
I'm giving myself the benefit of the doubt here. And I would need to have milk with me.
That would be your drink of choice? I'd go with milk for the pudding as well. I love milk.
Milk and chocolate, or milk and sweets, it just works, man. What's your favorite kind of milk? I like chocolate milk.
Why ruin a good thing as regular milk?
Because chocolate milk is the best.
No. Why ruin such a good thing? But yeah, I'd have to have milk with it. But okay. I'd say at least 20 snack packs. Or I'd like to do maybe
4.
Maybe 4 mini
pie.
powdered donuts.
What about
Be a
donut
good
holes?
one. Yeah, that'd be a good one too. I love those.
Okay. That's not bad.
They don't really sit easy though, so I don't know how much I could do. Kind of like it's a bread, so I don't know, but yeah, I'd love that one too. Oh yeah.
Man, we need to start our own food competitions.
We should have a like company food eating contest of something.
That's true. We could do that. We could nail that.
We should pitch that. We'll have to think about that.
We'll let our
We'll
boss
talk
know.
to everybody about that.
Yeah, we'll talk to everybody. I think it's just the four of us in here right now today anyway. All right. Well, we're going to take our last break here, and we're going to get into our segment we started our last show, not the prior one, but last week's episode called What's Trending. So we're going to just go over some news that's trending currently, and we're going to let you guys go for the day. So we'll be right back here at the Golden State Media Concept Sports Podcast. Don't go anywhere because Ben will be upset.
I will be.
Do you want to be healthier, yet you just don't know what to do? All these shows telling you this and that, but nothing seems to work. Well, listen close. Golden State Media Concepts has got something great for you. The Health and Wellness Podcast dedicated to workout trends, healthy eating habits, diet, and everything about healthy living. Join us in our banters as we help you not just live life to the fullest, but live it to the healthiest.
And we are back here at the Golden State Media Concepts Sports Podcast, where Ben and I just ate 200 donut holes in, what was that commercial, 15, 30 seconds?
I find it ironic that we were just talking about competitive eating, which is probably one of the most unhealthy things for you, and we have a health and wellness commercial right after.
You're welcome, America. Mixed signals. Mixed signals right in the face.
I thought that was pretty funny how we did that.
I think I didn't notice. I like that. So we started something last week called What's Trending, where Ben and I will look through the last bit of news for the day, pretty much some things that are hitting the wire as we are finishing our episode. So Ben, do you want to start with a little bit of news here?
Okay, I'll do one. So O.J. Mayo, formerly of the Bucks, the Mavs, he's played for a number of teams. He's kind of been like an NBA journeyman. He's still pretty young, but he has been disqualified from the NBA for violating the anti-drug program for numerous amount of time. So he actually is going to be out of the NBA. He can reapply for reinstatement after 2 years.
Okay.
So maybe he goes overseas, I'm guessing, and just plays basketball. This is terrible news for Mayo. I kind of compare it to a guy like maybe Justin Blackmon of the NFL, Josh Gordon of the NFL. There's guys that just can't, get it right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So O.J. Mayo out of the NBA for at least 2 years, and then we'll have to see what happens.
All right. Another one, the Pelicans will be wearing, quote, BDJ patches on their left breasts in this summer league warm-ups in honor of Bryce DeJean Jones, who passed away recently, I believe. You go ahead.
Does he have a certain tie to the team, or
you go ahead and do your next one, and I'm going to go ahead and find out who that is. Actually, I have it right here. Don't you worry about it. That is an American professional basketball player. I'm going to find. Oh, he died after a gunshot wound. Unfortunately, some fighting broke out in a Dallas apartment. This is May 28th. So
now I remember
that?
this.
I remember
Okay,
that. Yeah,
yes,
I forgot his name. So he was a He was a teammate of theirs. Unfortunately. So they will be wearing some patches to commemorate him.
This is just for the summer league?
Yeah, because you can do the patches and stuff in the summer league.
Right, and then we have, I think it's the Sixers are going to be having the patches coming up. I don't think it's this year, but next year they're going to start with the patches. So I guess that's going to be probably the future of the NBA. The WNBA kind of reminds me of soccer. They have not a patch of a logo, but they have the official company's name over the jersey and on the back as well. So, I mean, advertising's everywhere. You got to find ways to do it. It's only a matter of time before NFL, NBA. I guess
the NFL already do with their practice
ones, right? But I'd say during official games, I think it's only a matter of time before it happens. So.
All right. What else we got in there in the trending list?
You mentioned something about Jose Reyes.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. So what?
So Travis Denard has switched his number 18 to give Jose Reyes the number 7 that he often wears now that Reyes is back up in the bigs. Just a little bit of fun news.
Yeah, Reyes is back with the Mets now, so he's actually going to be activated today. So he's going to be back on the roster today. So he gets to wear his old number, which he really built who he is as a person, as a member of the Mets back in their with people like David Wright. So that's where he had his most successful stint of his MLB career. So he gets to wear his old number again. If you have an old Jose Reyes jersey and you didn't get rid of it, you can actually wipe the dust off of it and wear it again if you're a Mets fan. So he's back on the team after he got released by the Rockies. So
I have one more bit, and I'll send it to you if you have anything else, and if not, we'll get out of here.
Okay.
But Cristiano Ronaldo came out and said that it hurts to see Messi sad, and that he hopes he returns to the national team after rumors and speculation and possibilities that Messi is leaving the Argentinian national team and will no longer play in the senior circuit in international games. So, what do you think about that?
Well, I would say, of course, you would love to see Messi come back.
Personally,
He's
yes.
the best player on the planet. Hasn't really had a success with Argentina. He's lost 4 finals. He hasn't won a senior championship with Argentina. They haven't won as a country a senior championship in 23 years. I would love to see Messi come back. I honestly do believe he's not going to stay retired. Now there's reports saying that he's maybe on the fence about it after saying he's going to be retired after they lost the Copa America final to Chile on penalty kicks. So I don't know. Maybe we'll have to wait and see. For Ronaldo to come out and have support for him to try and come back, I think that's really encouraging. They've kind of been – I kind of compare it to kind of like LeBron and Steph this year, kind of going back and forth as who's the best guy, who's going to win the MVP award, which in soccer it's the Ballon d'Or. So who's going to win the Ballon d'Or, Real Madrid, Barcelona. I kind of compare it to like Steph and LeBron in an instant. So I don't know. For him to have that positive comments towards Lionel Messi, I think means a lot.
Okay. I actually do have one more. It is something relevant to Wimbledon, and it is the the Williams sisters, Serena and Venus. This is the 6th time both of them have advanced to the semifinals. In each of the previous 5 times, one of them has won the tournament. So
and we'll have to wait and see if it can be 6 for 6. They're both still alive. So I have one more quick bit, and then we'll maybe call it a day. So Johnny Manziel, we all know about him. His off-the-field issues. Just got suspended 4 games by the NFL, even though he's not Even though he's not a member of any team after being cut by the Browns earlier this year. So the Arena Football League said they would be interested in Johnny Manziel. They told TMZ Sports we could provide a strong platform for him to demonstrate that he is back. We would also work with him and provide him with whatever he needed to live a healthy life.
All right.
Johnny Manziel's healthy life consists of partying, really, so I don't know what...
Did you see Friday he declared sobriety?
No.
He said, from this point on, I will be sober.
Yeah, for how long?
We will have to find out. But
what do you think about him maybe going to the Arena Football League, though?
It's a joke.
The league or Manziel?
The situation. The league's fine. I don't mind Arena Football. I was watching Canadian football last week.
It's fun. The Arena Football League's fun.
Yeah, I need my fix on football. I was watching Canadian
football. They get slammed into the boards and
flipped over.
Yeah, it's awesome. Fun. It looks interesting. I mean, I kind of reminded I think of the Arena Football League as like an arcade game on like Madden. Like they could make it. That'd be cool. But yeah, so Manziel going to the Arena Football League, I don't know.
It's not much I need to
anything
look at.
Anything to build. I don't know, viewership and anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad idea to have the team offer. You know what I mean? It's smart on their end. It'll bring viewers.
Definitely. And it'll bring SportsCenter. They'll want to look and see what Manziel's doing.
Exactly. And some people are like, oh, look at this team. Let's take a look. But we'll see what goes on with that. As always, Ben, we are done today.
We are, unfortunately.
Where can they find us?
They can find us really anywhere. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram with the handle GSMC_sports. You can find us on things like YouTube, Podbay.fm, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play. We're on iTunes. You can search Golden State Media Concepts and find all of our podcasts on there. We have a website, gsmcpodcast.com. You can look and find a portfolio of every podcast on there. There's so many to choose from, Not just sports-related things like relationships, health and wellness, as you heard in the commercial, movies, TV, weird news. The weird news one's pretty funny. Sci-fi, technology. There's a lot to look at. Television. A lot of great ones. So you can find us on gsmcpodcast.com. That's our main website. And really, I think I touched on all of them. If you're on Twitter or Instagram, make sure you do use the hashtag GSMC Podcast Network when you try to communicate with us. You can comment. You can subscribe, review us. Any kind of way to show that you're listening to the show and some criticism or some positive stuff that we can find out what you like or don't like about the show so we can change things up or keep things going as they are. So that would be great.
Yeah, we would like that and love that if you guys could do that. As always, we will see you guys next week. We don't have anything laid out, but I'm sure NBA free agency. I'm sorry, not next week, on Thursday. Sure, some more NBA free agency news will hit. There'll probably be some more baseball news, definitely Wimbledon, and maybe even some soccer news. But Ben and I, of course, will be talking about that on our soccer show.
Yeah, we also have on Saturday UFC 200. So
big sports,
big historic event in UFC. Maybe break down some matchups going up, what we think. I know Brock Lesnar's fighting. Daniel Cormier versus John Jones rematch there. So that'd be interesting. I definitely want to watch it.
Me too, man. Maybe we'll watch it together. All right. As always, I'm Alex.
And I am Ben.
And we will see you guys on our next episode. Be good to one another.
And everyone else, really.
I guess that's the same thing. All right, bye.
All right, guys. Have a good day.